Hi, so today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to make an 1860s hairstyle that's suitable to wear to an evening event like a ball or the opera. And as you'll see from these fashion plates and engravings, um, they used ringlets and rolls and plaits and ribbons and flowers and all kinds of things to create beautiful hairstyles for the evening, and mine is inspired by these. So to get started, you need to make sure that your hair is thoroughly brushed, and especially if you have long hair like mine, just make sure that you get all the tangles out, because it'll make it much easier when it comes to creating the hairstyle. This hairstyle is suitable for shoulder length to sort of waist length hair. Mine's a little on the long side, but it worked really well actually. Um, so you're going to start by taking this little hair roll, and I made this one myself, hoping to provide a little tutorial for it at some point. But basically it's some wire with special padding around to create like a little roll or sausage to wrap your hair around. And you want to take this one and pin it sort of fairly low down on your crown, towards the back. Not too far forward, because you don't want the front ends to poke forward out of your hair. And just make sure it's secured in place with some pins. And there you go. You can just see where it's placed, like that. So fairly low down, a bit like what we see in the fashion plates. We want to keep it lower. Next, you're going to take the front section of hair, and you want to make sure that that covers over the front end of the little hair roll there, and smooth it, make it nice and smooth, and then give it a little twist, and then you're going to pin it in place up and over the hair roll, and just sort of tuck the hair grip in, and you can kind of go through the hair and into the hair roll as well, which also helps to secure it in place. And I'm just adding another pin to the back as well, just to make sure that the back is also secured. Then you want to take your next piece of hair, and as you go, make sure that the new piece that you bring up, make sure that it overlaps with the old piece that you brought up, so that there's no gaps in between. And again, make sure it's nice and smooth. Give it a little bit of a twist, which helps to secure it in place, and then add in a pin. Just sort of tuck it into the gap there. Just try to make sure there's no bumps and things, and then keep going until you reach almost the nape of your neck. So I'll just take this next piece, and again you might need to use the brush from time to time just to make sure it's nice and smooth and neat, and that it overlaps nicely. I was actually in a bit of a rush when I was creating this hairstyle, because I was actually getting ready to go to a ball and I had limited time. So yeah, excuse me if it's a bit untidy, but there you go. You can see I've done the same on both sides there around the hair roll. So now the next bit is gathering this now. And next we're going to take the rest of the hair at the back and give that a good brush. And just make sure it's nice and smooth again, and you want to sort of bring it up to roughly the middle of the back of your head. You can have it slightly lower than that if you want to, or even slightly higher, depending on whether or not you want to pin in a hairpiece above or below it. But I've sort of done it roughly the middle of the back, and just make sure it's nice and smooth and neat underneath as well. And then you're going to take that one, and you can put a hairband in at this point if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to start to twist this now into a little bun at the back. So you just keep twisting, and you want to do it fairly tight, not too tight and obviously not too loose, but just fairly tight. Just keep twisting it, and then as you twist, just wrap it around and it will form a coil. Just keep twisting and then looping it around, and then just keep wrapping around, and then bring the ends around and tuck them in nice and neat. and now you need to just secure it with a few pins. And again, you know, I'm not being super neat here, so I do apologise if it looks a little messy, but like I say, I was in a rush. But you'll be able to see that it's actually possible to make a very pretty and quite elaborate hairstyle even in a short amount of time. So even if you're in a hurry, this is a really nice hairstyle to do. So even though it looks a bit messy at the moment, you'll see that once I've got all of the flowers and things in, you know, most of this you're not going to see, so don't worry too much if it's not perfect. And just putting another pin in the other side of the bun and make sure that that side is secure as well. And there you go. So that's the bun done. And I think I've just got one more little bit sticking out there that I've missed, so I'll just stick one more pin in. There we have it. So that's how it's looking so far. You've got the hair wrapped up over the little hair sausage or hair roll, and then your little bun at the back in the centre. And again, I think I've got one bit here which is sticking out. So this is a good time to just sort of check it over and make sure that there's no bumps or no loose hairs. And then you can just sort of pin them in over the hair wrap or hair roll. And now we're going to add some decorations. So I have got this ribbon which I've threaded through a bodkin, and it's a special blunt-ended bodkin, and you want to make sure you get a blunt-ended one because you don't want to be stabbing yourself in the head when you're trying to thread it through your hair. So what you need to do with that, you need to take one end of the ribbon and just pin it into the top at the front. So just use a hair grip, and you can put a loop in the end and just sort of pin it through and hold it in place there at the front near where the hair roll or hair wrap starts. And then what we're going to start doing is just threading the ribbon through and wrapping it around and underneath the hair roll or hair wrap, and creating a pretty little ribbon design. And a lot of the hairstyles of this time were inspired by the Greeks, so they got a lot of their inspiration from Grecian things and Grecian hairstyles, and so a lot of these you'll see the influence there, and you'll see that this was actually one of those quite popular sort of styles to do these little threads of ribbon, and sometimes they would use pearls and things like that as well. So as you're pulling it through, just try and make sure that you don't pull it too tight, because you want it to remain nice and loose so that it's just light and pretty and doesn't sort of bunch the hair up too much. It is actually quite tricky trying to do your own hair in the mirror, as you can see, because you're sort of looking at your own reflection and trying to work out which way your hand is going. And obviously, if I was a wealthy 1860s lady, I would have a maid to help me with this, and she would be well practiced in creating hairstyles, various different hairstyles of the era. So it would be obviously much easier if I had a maid to help with this. And of course, ladies back in the day would have done, and if they didn't have a maid, they would have had perhaps a mother or a sister or someone else in the family to give a hand. So there we go. So as you can see, I've tried to keep the ribbons as even as possible, so they're nicely spaced. And now we're going to be adding these little flower decorations, which I've previously made ready for the hairstyle. And I've chosen white lilacs and some pale blue forget-me-nots, which are the same colour as my dress, so it matches really well and looks pretty. And you want to place these flowers sort of so that they can be seen predominantly from the side and from the front. Don't worry about the back too much, because that's going to be covered up in a minute. And obviously you can use whatever flowers you want. But I've chosen these, so that's one side in, and you can use your bun to hide the stems at the end. So don't worry if your stems are sticking out a bit. You can just sort of tuck them in underneath the bun, or sort of even just tuck them in underneath the hair wrap there at the back. So there you go. That's those on both sides now. And just make sure everything's well secured. And now I'm going to take a little bit more of my flower arrangement now. I've got some ivy with some forget-me-nots, and I'm just going to take that and put that in front of the bun, just to hide any little hair grips or any loose hairs or little bits and pieces there, just to tidy it up and also to make it a little bit more detailed when looking from the front. So just need a couple of hair grips, and I can pin that into the bun. And just one more, one on each side should be enough. So there you go. So now that's all the flowers in, and there you go. As you can see, it's formed a really pretty little flower crown. It's so cute. I really like these sort of hairstyles of this era. And next we have the hair pieces. I've got a gold one and a blue one. I think the gold one's a bit more suited to day wear, so I'm going to go with the blue one, and I've put a blue ribbon on it to match my dress. Now these hair pieces are really useful, and they're actually really cheap and easy to find. They sell them on eBay and on Amazon. I'll try and remember to put a link below, but they're really handy. And basically it's ringlets on a large hair comb, and you can just insert it in the back. You can either do it slightly below the bun or in the bun, or just slightly above the bun, but because of where my bun's placed, I'm going to try and place it in the bun. It's a bit of a struggle, but there you go. I probably could have done with doing the bun slightly looser and it would have been a bit easier, but there you go. So again, keep it fairly low down because the hairstyles of that time, it was placed fairly low. And there you have it. So quite a simple, quite a quick hairstyle to do, and it quite intricate looking too. So I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. And here are some pictures from the evening. I didn't get very many good close-ups of my hair, unfortunately, but there's a few here that I've kind of zoomed in on a bit so you can see it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please remember to like and subscribe. And if this tutorial was helpful to you, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.